to tell you about my experience remodeling a house. Recently, my fiance and I, Dana, we closed on a house in August. We had looked and looked for a house, and getting into this, we were actually looking for something we could put a lot of work into and not necessarily flip real quick and make some money, but something we can get into for 3 or 4 or 5 years and then turn it and then make a little profit off of it. I come from a background of, before I changed careers, I was a plumber for 18 years, and I really paid attention to the other fields and my surroundings. So I picked up on little tips on how to do things and what have you. Well, we got into this project thinking that, okay, we'd saved for quite a long time, probably 3 or 4 years we had saved, and we were able to save $20,000. And we thought, okay, this is what we'll use to improve this fixer-upper that we've gotten into. And we found out, we went out there and started looking for houses that, corporate America sort of stepped into this. And it's, what's happened is the average Joe guy, it's made it harder for us to find these remodels, because now you've seen the advertisements that say, we buy ugly houses. Well, they sort of got into the field, and so people like you and myself that are looking for a fixer-upper, the market is really tough out there because these guys have the capital to back it up. And anyways, the competition is fierce. We go into this house and we thought, okay, we've got X amount of dollars for this and so much for this, paint and new sheetrock and what have you. But we thought that the $20,000 would cover it. Actually, what happened is that we went another $5,000 over budget and in debt. But I like to refer to this house, it was like a can of worms. It truly was a can of worms. For instance, when I knew that I wanted to put in some new electrical wiring, first of all throughout the house, but most importantly, behind the kitchen sink wall. Well, when I opened this wall, and of course I took down all the sheetrock to put in new wiring, I found that the plumbing was not only out of date, but illegal, and I promise you, I swear, when I got into that crawl space and started taking this plumbing apart, I found a radiator hose attached to my kitchen sink. So, regardless, it needed a bunch of work. We repaired that fixed it. Another can of worms I found, it's like anytime I opened up anything, I found that I had some stained sheetrock in the dining room, took that down, and behind the sheetrock was just mold and mildew of deteriorated insulation that was full of bug fecal matter. There had somehow the infestation in this wall got infested with bugs, so I had to seal it up from the outside, exterminate it, vacuum up all the carcasses, and what have you. This just seemed to be typical of everything. Anyway, the house is done. We got it all fixed up to the way we like it. New kitchen, new floors, put a new ceramic tile floor in the kitchen. A lot of work, a lot of hard hours. And then I was actually working full time, and we would go over and work on it after our work day. Well, one time I had been over there until about 11, which was typical, and I came home to my apartment. I figured I had a couple of minutes to sit down on the couch for a couple of minutes, relax, watch TV, relax for a couple of minutes before I went to bed. And ironically, in that one night that I came home from working on the house, I sat on the couch, turned on the TV, and there's the movie, The Money Pit. So, how appropriate is that? Anyway, that's my part of the experience with remodeling a house.